I know, but okay, you told me.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know. Yeah, I never heard of that in my life.
I'm teaching and informing. I got to put bleach a little bit in the peanuts. Just
Now you're doing a little bit of bleach.
Wow, now I'm just defending myself.
It's okay.
You're gonna do great.
I feel crushed.
That one's for you.
I thanked you in such a way. No, no, he's leaving. He's leaving. Because I sat in this chair when he took the picture.
That's not why. I don't care about that. He called me a jerk.
Oh no, that was me. I called you a jerk.
No, he called me a jerk.
Oh, okay.
I was doing something nice for Sonny. I was informing him of the rules of C-check just so you could know for his benefit. And then you
Sit
say
somewhere and you say, if you say C-check, can you get
no,
up?
not over there, just now. He wanted to know what C-check was, so I told him. And then he said, oh, you're being a jerk. Okay. So, now I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
After the first second,
Okay.
Yeah.
You want spiders down?
Yeah.
Yes. Really, really good. They know that you would.
Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis.
Lautamus te,
Benedicimus te.
adoramus te,
Glorificamus te.
gratias agimus,
Tibi propter.
magnam gloriam,
Gloriam tuam.
Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis.
Domine Deus,
Domine Deus.
Domine Deus,
Domine Deus. Domine Deus. Angelis Deus Pater omnipotens. Domine Filii unigenite Iesu Christe.
Domine Deus,
Domine Deus.
Domine Deus,
Domine Deus. Domine Deus. Agnus Dei. Filius Patris.
qui tollis peccata mundi,
Miserere, miserere
qui
nobis.
tollis peccata mundi,
Suscipete precationem nostram.
sedes ad exteram Patris,
Miserere nobis.
sedes ad exteram
Miserere nobis.
quoniam tu solus sanctus Dominus,
Dominus tu solus sanctissimus, Jesu Christe Dominus.
Sancto Spiritu in gloria Dei Patris,
Sancto Spiritu in gloria Dei Patris. Sancto Spiritu in gloria Dei Patris. Sancto Spiritu in gloria Dei Patris. Sancto Spiritu in gloria Dei Patris.
Amen, Amen,
Amen.
Amen, Amen.
Delta Dawn.
sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Love is a burning thing, and it makes its fiery ring. Bound by wild desires, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire and went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through them as they thundered through the sky, 'cause they saw the riders coming hard as they heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-oh. Their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked in sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't heard them yet. 'Cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-i-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. Where it began, I can begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no. Oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no, no. Oh yeah, tell you something, I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. Oh please, say to me, you'll let me be your man. And please, say to me, you'll let me hold your hand. You'll let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide, I can't hide, I can't hide. Yeah, you got that something, I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide, I can't hide, I can't hide. Yeah, you got that something, I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand, 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 I wanna hold your hand.
Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic starts jumping for folks like me on the job from 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5.
What a way to make a living.
Barely getting by.
It's all taking and no giving.
They just use your mind.
And they never give you credit.
It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5.
For service and devotion,
You would think that
I would deserve a fair promotion.
I want to move ahead,
But the boss won't seem to let me.
I swear sometimes that man is out to get me.
Let your dream just watch them shatter. You're just a step on the boxman's ladder, but your dreams don't grow that way. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for your day, your ship will come in. The tide's gonna turn, it's all gonna roll your way.
Working 9 to 5.
What a way to make a living.
Barely getting by.
It's all taking and no giving.
They just use your mind.
And they never give you credit.
It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5.
They've got you where they want you.
There's a better life.
And you dream about it, don't you?
It's a rich man's game.
No matter what they call it.
You spend your life putting money in his pocket. 9 to 5.
What a way to make a living.
Barely getting by.
It's all taking and no giving.
They just use your mind.
And they never get the credit.
It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. Working 9 to 5.
I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive. Can't write my story. I'm beyond the archetype. I won't just conform. No matter how you shake my core.
'Cause my roots, they run deep. Oh,
Oh, you're so little faith.
Don't doubt it, don't doubt it.
Victory is in my veins.
I know it, I know it.
And I will not negotiate.
I'll fight it, I'll fight it. I will transform.
when the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
I must stay conscious through the madness and chaos.
So I call on my angels. They say,
Oh, you have so little faith.
Don't doubt it, don't doubt it.
Victory is in my veins.
You know it, you know it.
And I will not negotiate.
Just fight it, just fight it.
and be transformed. 'Cause when the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. You know it, you know it. Just fight it, just fight it.
Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
Sorry. You're okay.
Yeah, get away a bit.
Helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend.
If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow,
Keep your heads together and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them.
you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am,
Running, running, running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call,
and I'll be there,
yes I will. You got a friend. Ooh.
Well, good morning and welcome to Roane State Community College's Commencement Celebration. Celebration number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing for the presentation of our national and state flags. Color Guard, please present the colors.
Order, arms. Detail, cup, colors. Detail, right shoulder, arms. Detail, forward, march. Detail, halt. Detail, left face. Detail, order, arms. Detail, present, arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask you to remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Detail, order, arms. Detail, right shoulder, arms. Detail, right face. Detail, forward, march.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank the Bowers Elementary School Color Guard in Harriman for posting our national and state colors this morning. Thank you so much for a job very, very well done. I'd also like to thank the Roane State Concert Choir and the Celebration Singers, conducted by Brenda Luigi, for their musical performances, as well as Dr. Joel Greenlee on the keyboard. Please join me in thanking them. As you remain standing, please, Mr. Odell Fern, Director of our Roane State Human Resources Office, will deliver our invocation this morning.
Let us pray. Our almighty and merciful God, in whom we live and move and have our very being, we come to you with praise and thanksgiving for the blessings of this day and of this occasion. We rejoice with these graduates and their families, and we pray your continued blessings upon them as they commence a new chapter in their lives. We pray that the knowledge they have gained will replace fear and mistrust,
Give them confidence and competence in their chosen fields, and that a broader perspective of tolerance and understanding will result from their time spent here. As they take up new challenges, we pray that they will make us proud as they enjoy good and productive lives. Bless this school, its faculty and staff and leadership, that we all may continue to grow and work together to deliver an education of quality and good reputation, and may the desire to continue to learn and to serve characterize all who partake of the Roane State experience. Grant us grace and forgiveness, temperance and compassion, patience and kindness, goodness and courage of conviction. Direct us in all our ways and keep us safe and secure in the knowledge of your everlasting love. We humbly pray. Amen.
Thank you, and you may be seated. And for those, because we are very crowded, again, this is 3 of 3 ceremonies for us. I know it's very crowded. Some of you do not have a place to sit down, and I understand absolutely that many of you want to see this in person. However, for those who need to be seated or who wish to be seated, please know that we do have overflow rooms where, and they are air-conditioned, where you can watch the ceremony via live stream. And if you will go to this corner of the building upstairs, one of the Roane State staff will be glad to show you where those overflow rooms are. Not trying to get rid of you, just want to let you know that option is there. Again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. This institution was founded and created in 1971 by the Tennessee legislature, and it was named after the second governor of Tennessee, Mr. Archibald Roane. Prior to his election, Governor Roane made the Delaware River crossing with George Washington in 1776 and was present at the surrender of Cornwallis at Yorktown. He was a member of the Tennessee State Constitutional Convention in 1796 and was elected as governor of Tennessee, and he served in that capacity from 1801 through 1803. Now, during his term as governor, he served as trustee of Tennessee's first 3 colleges: Blount College, which is now the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, Greenville College, and Washington College. So it is very fitting that Roane State Community College is named after him. And again, on behalf of our faculty, our staff, our students, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Roane State Community College's commencement ceremony for 2017. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Professor Brad Fox is the mace bearer this morning, and he led the faculty into the hall with our college mace. Brad is one of the 3 finalists for the Sarah Ellen Benroe Outstanding Faculty Award. I would also like to recognize and thank Professors Eric Bolden and Elizabeth Weaver, who are serving today as our faculty marshals. Post-retirement is a program in which some retiring Roane State faculty members elect to teach part-time with the college for a term of up to 4 years. And at this time, I would like to recognize faculty members who are ending or entering post-retirement this semester. Ending post-retirement, Dr. Larry Bolden and Professors Tressa Murphy and Jennifer Tucker. Professors entering post-retirement include Professors Joy Gowan, Regina Hinkle, Robert Safety, and Sarah Thomason. Would the faculty members whose names I've just read, who are entering or ending their post-retirement, please stand at this time. Thank you so much. At this time, we would also like to honor the memory of one of our beloved colleagues. Professor John Rudolph, who was dear to all of us, passed away earlier this year, and we want to take just a moment to acknowledge and honor him and express our love for him and how much we miss Professor John Rudolph. During Roane State's 3 commencement ceremonies, we are gathering to celebrate over 1,200 graduates. That's right, 1,200, a record for Roane State. And all of these folks have obviously reached a major milestone in their lives, and I offer to each one of the graduates here our commendation, our congratulations for achieving and earning your degree or certificate. We are so pleased to honor you as our graduating class of 2017, and we welcome you into our Roane State alumni ranks. In fact, I'd like to take a moment now to recognize Roane State alumni who may be, and I think are, in the audience today, including on the stage. Please stand if you are a graduate of Roane State Community College. Anywhere. I always encourage all of our alumni to remain in contact with our alumni office. We want to know about your accomplishments, your milestones. We would like to share with you ways in which you can support future Roane State students as they work toward their degrees and their certificates. Now, while we consider each one of you our special guest, there are certain individuals who have joined us this morning who are worthy of special recognition. And I would like to ask these individuals to please stand while I introduce you. First, Regent Josh Sperling. We are very honored to welcome Student Regent Josh Sperling. Josh is a Roane State student graduating today and is seated with his class. He was appointed by Governor Bill Haslam as the student regent for the Tennessee Board of Regents. This 18-member board governs and sets policies for all 13 of the state's community colleges, as well as the 27 colleges of applied technology. Josh is the son of Tim, Nancy Sperling of Rockwood, and the grandson of the late Beulah Sperling, former Roane State employee. Josh, thank you for all that you have done. I'd like to also introduce to you Miss Joy Ingram. Joy is our distinguished commencement speaker, and I will share more about Joy before her address in just a few moments. Hope Dunn is the recipient of the 2016-2017 President's Award. Other distinguished guests, Senator Ken Yeager and Representative Kent Calfee. I'd like to specifically thank Senator Yeager for his ongoing support for Roane State in many ways. Specifically, I'd like to thank him this morning for his passion for and unwavering support for financial assistance for middle college students. Sir, we honor you and we thank you. I'd like to introduce to you again Regent Josh Sperling's parents, Tim and Nancy Sperling, as well as his grandparents, Milburn and Sandra Proffitt, are here. I would like to welcome the family of our speaker, Joy Ingram. Her husband, Anthony Ingram, is here, as well as her sister, B.J. Patrick, sister and brother-in-law, Marion and Lou Cantini, and special friend, Marcella Willis. Thank you for joining us this morning. Several individuals from our school system are here. We are glad to welcome them. If they will please stand as I introduce them. Dr. Leah Watkins, Roane County Director of Schools. Mr. Russell Jenkins, Secondary Education Supervisor, also at Roane County Schools. Ms. Terry Honeycutt, the Roane County Schools Math Specialist. Mr. Justin Nivens, Principal of Oliver Springs High School. Dr. Tim Parrott, Anderson County Director of Schools. Tiffany Bale, Guidance Counselor at Anderson County High School, and Mr. Eric Snyder, Secondary Education Supervisor with Anderson County Schools. Please join me in welcoming our special guests. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the other members of the stage party that will participate in this commencement ceremony this morning. Again, if you will please stand as I call your names. First, Dr. Diane Ward, Chief Academic Officer and Vice President for Student Learning. Professor Brad Fox, Faculty Senate President, again, and our mace bearer this morning. Dr. Michael Lehman, Dean of Allied Health Sciences. Dr. Patricia Jenkins, Dean of Nursing. Dr. Don Lanza, Dean of Social Science, Business, and Education. Dr. Myra Peavyhouse, Dean of Humanities. Dr. Marcus Pomper, Dean of Mathematics and Sciences. Mr. Odell Fern, Director of Human Resources. Again, today's commencement speaker is Mrs. Joy Ingram. Joy Ingram is a registered nurse and is currently employed at Park West Medical Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. Now, Joy's history with Roane State Community College is extensive, both as a student and as a faculty member. Joy graduated from the new Roane State campus on Patton Lane in 1974. With an Associate of Arts degree in Social Sciences, she then transferred to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and earned both a Bachelor of Arts as well as a Master of Arts in History. She was excited to be asked by Roane State's first president, Dr. Kyler Dunbar, to return to the college to teach as an adjunct. Joy then became a full-time faculty member at Roane State Community College in 1978, after teaching several classes as an adjunct faculty member. She taught Survey of American History and developed and taught the first African American history course at Roane State Community College. Joy continued her educational career at Pellissippi State Community College as an associate professor of history. While still teaching full-time at Pellissippi, Joy returned to her alma mater as a student and to fulfill a lifelong dream of hers, to become a nurse. And that dream was realized when she received an Associate of Applied Science degree in nursing in 2008. She was also the 2007-2008 recipient of the June Bilbrey Excellence in Nursing Award. Joy retired from teaching in January of 2015, but has continued to work at Park West Medical Center. She resides in Knoxville with her husband, Anthony, and they have been married for 32 years, and they have two grown children, Michelle and Aaron. And I'll tell you, I am so thrilled to have her here at Roane State Community College today. Would you please welcome to the podium Joy Ingram.
Good morning. I'd first of all like to thank President Whaley and the executive staff for having me here today to speak with you. And I told Dr. Whaley, boy, you must be a brave man inviting a former student to come and speak. But it's such an honor for me because this is where I started out my educational journey at Roane State. So many years ago, it's something about when you said 1974, it's like, ouch, yes, it's been that long. Back in the day when community colleges were fairly new, and I can remember a lot of talk about, well, this new concept of community colleges, we'll see where it will go from here and whether it will work. Well, it did work, and I'm so honored to be back here. Oh, it's been a long time since I've been in this gym, but I have wonderful memories of my first graduation at Roane State. Almost deja vu. The only difference is I didn't have to wear these, so let me go ahead and put these on and get that out of the way. But as I stand here today in the gym, again, reflecting, I think about the first time that I graduated back in 1974, and then each subsequent time that I came in with faculty, and there was one common denominator each of those times and at each of those graduations. That common denominator was Miss Mamie. Miss Mamie, or Mother Liggett, as she was known by many, was a tiny little woman who barely stood 5 feet 1 inch tall, did Tae Bo, for those of you that remember what that is, Well into her 80s, although seated, she carried a loaded pistol, which she affectionately named Louis 32. And whether it walked on 4 legs, hopped on 2, waddled across the road, you could be sure she could catch it, kill it, pluck it, deep fry it, and serve it up for dinner. This mother of 12 children, or as she proudly boasted in her down-home country Georgia accent, 12 cheerin', she was still driving at the ripe young age of 92 and would seemingly find any excuse to get in her 1988 Buick, get on the interstate, and drive to Harriman to either the Rite Aid or the Walmart, even when she could easily walk to the Rite Aid from her house. It was more fun for her to get on the interstate and drive slowly in the left lane. You see, Miss Mamie was my mother. And yes, I was her 12th and youngest child. In spite of what my sister BJ says, I am the youngest. And I used to boast to my mother, and I would say, well, the reason you stopped at 12 was you stopped at perfection. Well, Miss Mamie quickly put me in my place, and she told me, again in her accent, honey, had I known about the peel, you sure wouldn't have been here. So thankful Miss Mamie did not know about the peel. Not only did she come to see me graduate, as you would expect, a mother would come and see her daughter graduate, but she came to every single Roane State graduation when I was a faculty member, just to watch me walk in my regalia, and be seated. And I would tell her, you know, Mama, I'm not getting a degree. I'm part of the faculty. We're going to walk in our cap and gown, and we're going to be adorned in our regalia, and we're going to be seated, but I'm not getting a degree. That didn't matter. She came to every single graduation. And not only that, she would invite relatives from out of state. Every year, they got the call, come with me, honey, to see Joy graduate. And I guess after a while, my relatives began to think, how many times is this child going to graduate? Because every year, they got the call. And every year, she would bring a relative, whether it was Cousin Cora or Uncle Lindsay or Cousin Barbara, they would always be there. And you could be sure that Miss Mamie was adorned in her best Sunday church outfit. Now, her best outfit always included the staple of any true Southern woman. One of her famous hats, she was known for it. And she would always say, now, if you wear a hat, ladies, you gotta wear it mean. We said, well, wear it mean? That simply meant breaking it down on one side at a 30-degree angle, slightly shielding one eye so that when you looked up slowly, you got the full effect. How many true Southern ladies do I have in the house that know what I'm talking about? Again, I would explain to her, I'm not graduating. You don't have to come. But again, I remember the very last time I graduated, and I walked in, and I was seated with the faculty. I was seated beside one of my colleagues, Marty Trainer, who used to teach me, and we ended up teaching history together. And Marty loved to rib me about Mama's 10-year-plus habit. She'd say, "Is she here? Is she here?" And I'd say, I don't think so. I said, "I really talked to her this time, and I don't think she's coming." So about that time, I'm scanning the crowd. I'm multitasking. I'm watching for my students to graduate, but really I'm looking up in the stands thinking, okay, she didn't come this time. And about that time, I glance, and it was over in this section here to my left, you're right. I catch a flash of pink, and I turn around, and I see this lady. She's bouncing up and down excitedly, and she's pointing, and she's got on this huge pink hat that's broken down to one side at a 30-degree angle, slightly shielding the right eye. And I hear her say, "There's my baby." And it's like her voice seemed to carry over the music, over the din of the crowd, over the walking, the marching in. And yes, I looked, and Uncle Lindsay was beside her. But I get it. I get it, and I guess I got it then. Especially now that I'm a mother, I really get it. But the older I become, the more appreciative I was of what Miss Mamie did. For you see, for someone who had little more than a formal grade school education, Miss Mamie knew the importance of getting an education. And she also knew the importance of being an encourager or a cheerleader, if you will. I dare say for those of you who are graduating today, you too have those cheerleaders and encouragers in your life. Maybe you don't have a Miss Mamie, but you have family and friends and faculty members who believed in you and told you that you can make it when all you wanted to do was to quit. Some of you have had to miss a lot of family dinners, or some of you have children, and maybe you had to miss tucking your kids in bed at night because you were, as they say, burning the midnight oil or studying for a final or working on that English paper just to get it just right. You may have missed ball games and band practices because you were working a full-time job while putting yourself to school. Some of you may be even working 2 jobs. But all of your hard work, all of your sacrifices, yes, all of your sacrifices have culminated to this defining moment. This is your moment, graduates. And I want you to do me a favor. I want you to enjoy this day. Will you do that? Will you enjoy this day? Will you take the time to relish? Will you even brag on yourself a little bit? Or if I may borrow one of Miss Mamie's expressions, honey, it's a po dog that won't wag his own tail. So it's okay if you brag on yourself for today. So enjoy your accomplishment. Enjoy this moment in time. No doubt after today's ceremony, some of you will go out to eat with your family. Maybe some of you had planned to grill out or spend the day on the lake. Well, I'm not sure about the lake today. It's a little cold for that. But you're going to celebrate with your family. You're going to relax. But whatever you have planned, I want you to have the best day. And I want you to take pictures. Lots of pictures, and eat cake. Yes, cake. And you do know that graduation cake, really any celebration cake, doesn't have calories. You do know that. And for those of you that are in Weight Watchers, I think it only has 2 points. So you can go ahead and eat cake. And go ahead and take a selfie or 2. I know some of you have already been taking selfies, but take lots of selfies. And for today only, just for today, duck lips and throwing up deuces are okay. Even though my son has told me that nobody does that anymore, that's out. Now, for those of you over 30, and you don't know what duck lips or throwing up deuces means, ask your millennial, and they'll explain it to you. But wait till after the ceremony. All right, I want you to do me another favor. In addition to enjoying your day and enjoying this moment, do not, I repeat, do not put a period at the end of today. Now, what do I mean by this? This is a defining moment in your life, but don't let this be your only defining moment. Some of you will leave Roane State and you'll transfer to four-year colleges. Others will obtain careers that will take you further financially than you ever dreamed possible. Some of you are first-generation college students, and now you have set the bar for others in your family. Others who may be thinking about getting that degree, or maybe they started a degree and put it aside to raise a family, and now it's their turn. So now you have become the encouragement for those who've helped you get here today. A couple of years ago, I attended a funeral of a very dear friend who succumbed to cancer. As her eulogy was being read, I was struck by the comments made about her life. What they said was simply this: she was a person who used every gift and every talent she ever was given. Don't stop growing and learning. Don't ever stop reinventing yourself. And that little piece of advice is not just for the graduates, but for the parents and the friends and the relatives. Continue to reinvent yourself. Don't ever stop setting new goals. 2 weeks before Miss Mamie peacefully passed away at the age of 95, she had planned to do a cross-country tour of the United States, and she was planning and talking about taking a trip to the Holy Land. She always had a goal or a project. And I guess I got that little bit from her. I told Dr. Whaley, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. So I'm not sure what my next adventure will be either. But surround yourself with positive people who speak positive and encouraging words and offer sound advice. In other words, build your dream team. If they're negative, they don't need to be a part of your team. And as a nurse, I would be amiss if I did not encourage you to take care of your health. About 90 to 95% of my patients that I see each day in the hospital are there not because of a chronic illness that just kind of happened or something that was inherited, but they're there because of either something they did to their bodies or put in their bodies. So I would say to you, be the best healthy you that you can be. In closing, I want to leave you with this quote by C.S. Lewis. You're never too old to set a new goal or to dream another dream. To the 2017 graduating class, congratulations, and go out of this place to change your life and your world for the better. Dream big, and thank you.
Wow. Joy, thank you so much for an incredible and inspirational message. You have presented a challenge to the members of the class that will certainly serve them for many years to come. At this time, I would like to ask one of our graduating students, Hope Dunn, again our 2016-2017 President's Award recipient, to make a few remarks about the impact Roane State has made on her while she has worked to obtain her academic goals. Hope is an occupational therapy major who plans to transfer to Belmont University for a degree in occupational therapy. She also hopes to study in Melbourne, Australia for autism research. Hope is the current secretary and former chair of the Student Occupational Therapy Assistant Club, and she serves as a student representative on the Occupational Therapy Advisory Board. Hope is also a member of Phi Theta Kappa and a student worker in the Coffee Library. She is a recipient of the Altrusa Scholarship for Non-Traditional Women, as well as a recipient of a Philanthropic Educational Scholarship. Hope was the assistant director for After Stars after-school program for children and teens with disabilities from May 2013 until February of this year. She enjoys working as a community advocate for children with autism or other special needs. She also enjoys hiking and cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, Hope Dunn.
Good morning, Roane State Community College, class of 2017. That feels really good to say, and even better to hear. If you're like me, you're ready to walk across this podium and into the next chapter of your life. But what exactly does that look like? The transition from student to practitioner does not come with a handbook, a stack of APA-cited PowerPoints, or even a detailed map. Instead, it comes through moving away from what's comfortable and draws on life experiences, faith, science, and the human desire to be a part of something greater than ourselves in the midst of daily demands. Today, we celebrate, despite that discomfort and uncertainty of what the future holds, the accomplishment that comes with the hard work that you put in. It's not easy setting aside occupations that you assumed prior to college: worker, parent, spouse, caregiver, binger of Netflix and late nights. But for many of us, these roles continued. Well, maybe not the last one. But with our focus drawn closer to the demands that come with school. You may have had moments where you questioned your decision to be a student. I know I did during finals week or the first time I purchased books at the bookstore. Still, we continued our journey knowing what was ahead, this day. Or maybe you looked past this day and visioned the fruits of completing your education, a fulfilling career, a new beginning, an opportunity for you and your family. For me, it was a second chance. I asked Chris Ricker, last year's President Award recipient and speaker for the 2016 class, for words of wisdom and on quieting the nerves that come with preparing a speech. Chris is not only an occupational therapy assistant, but a highly trained MMA fighter. That's her outlet. For me, instead of boxing rounds where I would lose quickly, I sought solitude and Spotify sessions in the coffee shops of Atlanta for inspiration. Chris said that she addressed her speech as though she were talking to her younger brother who needed to know what life was like after high school. I don't have a younger brother, but I was 17 years old once, long ago, and I remember the day that I graduated high school feeling completely lost. I barely passed high school, lacking direction, confidence, and motivation. I tried to follow the traditional path that most of my friends chose: go to college, get a job, date, get married. I failed at all of those with the exception that I've never been married. My previous attempts at college, not Roane State, was a longer list of withdrawn courses than passing grades. And worst of all, I carried the belief and shame that I was a failure. Friends, you are the author of your own story, and you are the protagonist or the hero. But if you're not careful, You may also be the antagonist or anti-hero, depending on the life choices you make and the attitudes you choose to live by. I believed I would fail, and so I did, again and again, until I discovered something greater than my own successes or failures. My amazing work kids. They ignited my passion and eventually my confidence, but most importantly, changed my view that I was a failure. If they could face the world with a quiet resiliency, how could I not do the same? 5 years ago, at the age of 27, I had to make the choice to step out into blind faith and fear and embrace that path to where I am now. Roane State was not just a destination, nor was the OTA program that I am completing, but they are bars of growth. I would not be where I am today without the encouraging words of my friends and family, the motivating yet challenging push of my professors, or the steadfast compassion and empathy of the 26 OTA classmates I simply refer to as family. Even in my darkest days, where obstacles and defeat attempted to pull me away, you met me where I was and walked with me, and that will stay with me for the rest of my life. I want to leave you with a quote I have in my car by slam poet Asia Sampson, who says, "Who we are and who we are meant to become is a collection of constant creation and revision. I am still a work in progress." So as we go into our fields, may we always be aware of the story we are constantly revising in ourselves as well as in the people we encounter, and let that be the best version. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hope. I tell you that it has truly been an honor for us to get to know you. Thank you so much for speaking to your peers this morning and for being such an outstanding representative of Roane State Community College. At this time, Dr. Diane Ward, our Chief Academic Officer, will present the Student Awards.
The following students have taken all of their classes at Roane State and have achieved a perfect 4.0. With the recipients of the 2017 4.0 Achievement Awards, please stand when I call your name. Courtney Taylor Adams, Hannah Cheryl Cross, Rebecca Leanne Davis, Shelley Michaela Edwards, Jody Morgan Lynn Fleming, Edward Cole Heaton, Kristen Lachey Hicks, Natasha Leanne Hughes, Trisha Marie Jones, Lindsay Aaron Curley, Rebecca Aaron Manning, Michael Case Miller, Casey Brian Pack, Dylan Russell Palmer, Emily Christina Pooler, Anna Elizabeth Sexton, Jessica Tyler Stroud, Kimberly Dawn Thompson, Alexis Cameron Wade, Amy Nicole Ward, Jacob Lynn Wilder. If you would all please stand and allow us to give you a round of applause for our Academic Achievement Award winners.
Congratulations, and you may be seated. And at this time, we would like to recognize our veterans who are graduating today. Roane State is very proud of the veterans who returned to college after their service to the United States of America. Would our graduating veterans please stand at this time? All right, it is time. Dr. Ward, please prepare the class of 2017 for graduation.
Will the candidates for the associate degree or certificate please rise? President Whaley, these students have completed the requirements for the associate degree or certificate. On behalf of the faculty, it is my privilege to present them to you and ask that you confer upon them the appropriate degree.
Thank you very much. And by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents as well as the state of Tennessee, I hereby confer upon you in each of your respective groups the Associate of Science degree or the appropriate certificate with full privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels to the left. Please come forward now to receive your degree or appropriate certificate.
Receiving the Associate of Arts, Tasha L. Atkinson. Abigail Marion Bond, magna cum laude. Cora Nicole Christophilus. Courtney Leanne Daniel. Jasmine Michelle Dubois. Michelle Marie Hensley. Corey Elizabeth Lehman. Woodrow Robert Loftus, magna cum laude. Ethan L. Morton. Aubrey Hannah Riggs, summa cum laude. Natasha Shyla Roderick. Receiving the Associate of Science, Hannah Elizabeth Allison Adams. Taylor Nicole Atkinson, magna cum laude. Alma Delia Almanza Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Devin Wayne Angelo. Barbie Sue Apley, summa cum laude. Cole Laverne Ayers. Haley Elizabeth Bates, cum laude. Zachary N. Becker. Dalton L. Beeler, cum laude. Victoria Elizabeth Bennett. Bradley Allen Bingham. Rachel Elizabeth Blackwell, summa cum laude. Philip Thompson Bond, magna cum laude. Samantha Grace Boring. Lauren Nicole Breeden. Ashley Nicole Bridges. Maisha Renee Briggs, magna cum laude. Jessica Deanna Bruce. Jenna Rose Burnett. Kathy Elaine Byers. Savannah M. Cagle. Paula Michelle Kaler. Alicia Nicole Chambers. Emily Irene Chambers, cum laude. Haley Renee Chesser. Jordan Faith Chesser. Brian Christopher Childs. Charity Cody, magna cum laude. Amanda Lynn Cole. Robin Lindsay Conrad. Christopher Jalen Cook. Ethan Chandler Crabtree, cum laude. Victoria J. Davis, cum laude. Aaron Matthew Deaver, summa cum laude. Lauren Taylor Dubose. Halea Nicole Duncan. Justin Lee Dutton. Taylor Christian Ellison. Julia Marie Estes, cum laude. Elizabeth Noel Evans, cum laude. Sarah Victoria Faust. Kayla Leanne Gardner. Emily Suzanne Gaylor. Celine Beth Gobert, cum laude. Haley R. Goldston. Brittany Ann Gowie, cum laude. Ashley Ann Green, summa cum laude. Ashley Brooke Hall. Rebecca Elizabeth Hamilton Akins, magna cum laude. Samantha Ray Hammock, magna cum laude. Cameron Rhett Hankins. Megan Brianne Harmon, magna cum laude. Benjamin Joseph Havlick. James Nicholas Hayes. Casey Ashton Hedrick, summa cum laude. Jeremiah Dewell Heidel. Nicole Lindsay Hensley. Ronald Edward Hensley. Christina Sky Higgins, summa cum laude. Macy Michelle Hines. Samuel R. Hooper. Matthew Ray Hoser. Jordan Elijah Hewitt, cum laude. Madison Page Hull. Sarah Allison Human. Kelsey Annette Ivy, magna cum laude.
Peyton Brian Jenkins, magna cum laude. Avina Luana Ruby South Jones, magna cum laude. Jessica Coral Jones, cum laude. Christian Jose Jovelar. Evelyn Denise Kennedy. Jessica Leanne Knight, summa cum laude. Kristen Michelle Knight. Shake Cohn. Kaylee Morgan Lakin, summa cum laude. Kayla Grace Langley. Patrick Brian Lee, magna cum laude, served U.S. Navy. Cora Nicole Lewis. Brandy N. London. Tanya Denise Loy. Kimberly Len Mabry. Jada Mariah Mansell, served U.S. Army. Rebecca Erin Manning, summa cum laude. Christopher Michael Tyler McAbey, magna cum laude. Daniel McGee. Sarah Nicole McGee. Philip Brands McMillan, magna cum laude. Michael Case Miller, summa cum laude. Bonnie Michelle Modano, cum laude. Madeleine Page Naramore, cum laude. Tyler James Neely, summa cum laude. Bolaji Moses Onamade. Lily B. Orange. Rochelle Kiera Parks. Gage H. Patterson. Elizabeth A. Pearson. Haley Jordan Phillips. Margaret Teresa Pierce, summa cum laude. Emily Beth Clemens. Emma Maria Plentas Kate. Trinity Linnell Poland. Sarah Samai Pooler. Ariana Lashai Prater. Macy Emmeline Price. James Michael Purcell. Christina Mathy Richardson. Kayla Marie Roberts, cum laude. Brianna Maureen Robinson. Shamir Roll. Larry Richard Schenk. Natalie Diana Schilling, magna cum laude. Veronica Grace Schilling. John Cody Schomer, cum laude. Elora Brianna Sharp, magna cum laude. Adriana Marie Smith. Jacqueline Leanne Smith. Morgan Erin Snipes. Joshua Lee Sperling, summa cum laude. Corey Blake Stafford, cum laude. Danielle Marie Staton. Michael Ryan Stooksbury. Zachary Scott Stooksbury, magna cum laude. Michelle Skinner Taylor. Marie Catherine Elizabeth Thompson, cum laude. Lauren Olivia Treadway, magna cum laude. Renee H. Turner. Brittany Nicole Underwood. Catherine Ellison Vallis. Kiari Rochelle Van Horn. Jennifer Lynn Valls. Amy Nicole Ward, summa cum laude. Christina Nicole Weber, magna cum laude. Lisa Deanne Weber. Vera Desiree Wellman. Ashley Nicole West. Breeza T. Wolf, summa cum laude. Candice Marie Wyatt.
Receiving the Associate of Science in Teaching, Sarah Beth Allison. Reagan McKenna Anderson. Emily Grace Barnett, summa cum laude. Kelly Ann Bigger, magna cum laude. Jamie Leanne Bond, cum laude. Courtney Nicole Case. Bridget Anna Chambers, cum laude. Summer Marie Kofer. Veronica Gail Cooper. Caitlin Michelle Glasgow. Jessica Leanne Hayes, cum laude, also receiving the Associate of Science. Ariel Nicole Mosley, cum laude. Emily Haven Payne. Caitlin Marie Rutkowski. April Hope Smith, cum laude. Sandra Leanne Smith. Bridget Nicole Thompson, cum laude. Natasha Danielle Woods. Michaela Cheyenne York, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Business, Virginia Diane Blake, summa cum laude. Paul Michael Chambers. Taylor Brooke Chapman. Crystal Michelle Fleener. Hannah Jillian Gayer. Holly Alexis Hooper. Hoyman. Emily Elizabeth Hoyman, also receiving certificate in computer science. Megan Michelle LeFew. Jessica Ann Livingood, cum laude, excuse me. Heather Marie Miller, cum laude. Lisa Woody Sarton, magna cum laude. Stephanie Caroline Skates. Christy Marie Simmons, magna cum laude. Brooke Autumn Schiefka. Veronica Lee Smith, magna cum laude. Christy Spangler. Seydou Tangara. Brantley Lamar Taylor, cum laude. Dakota S. Tucker. Caitlin Cheyenne Wright. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Contemporary Management, Annette Lynn Allen, summa cum laude. Amanda Barnett, cum laude. Christopher Darrell Boswell. Okay. Thomas Edward Chartrand. Edward Owen Chitwood, U.S. Marine Corps. Bradley Carson Doherty, summa cum laude. Mindy Lou Lowe. Rebecca R. Rupi, magna cum laude. Jessica Tonina Strader. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Jennifer Marie Bowens. Logan Michael Vidito. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Shandy Nicole Bonifacius, summa cum laude, also receiving the Certificate in Early Childhood Education. Sarah Leanne Bowling, summa cum laude. also receiving the certificate in early childhood education. Victoria Caitlin Chittister, also receiving the certificate in early childhood education. Cassandra Elise Early. Morgan Nakara Sexton, also receiving the certificate in early childhood education. Rebecca Ann Tanner, summa cum laude. Paula Marie Tarver, also receiving the certificate in early childhood education. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Environmental Health Technology, Thomas Adam Hickman. Daryl Danielle Johns. James Aaron Lee, U.S. Marine Corps. Christian Hunter Moore. Anthony Zane Simons. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in General Technology, Lori Nicole Bales, cum laude. Brittany Lynn Doherty. Gary Lynn Rogers, magna cum laude, U.S. Army. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Geographic Information Systems, Angelica L. Lemons, cum laude. Seth C. Romer. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology, Lindsay Rochelle Bowden. Amanda Marie Phillips, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Mechatronics, Isaac Mooring, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Paralegal Studies, Stacy Lincoln Dagenhart. Rebecca Leanne Davis, summa cum laude. Natasha Ann Deck. Catherine Rose Johnson, summa cum laude. Christine Anna Jones. Tylen Renee Pass, magna cum laude. Antonique Jana Seats. Sarah Elizabeth Van Hook. Deborah Suzanne Yantis. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Web Technology, Danny Gardner, magna cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Science in Middle College from Anderson County, Ashlyn Maria Braden, summa cum laude. Haley Sierra Brooks, magna cum laude. Kyle Xavier Burns. Amanda Marie Chambers, magna cum laude. Sarah Alexis Coley, cum laude. Sarah Ann Costley, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Courtney. Bailey Hope Daniels. Jody Morgan Lynn Fleming, summa cum laude. Anna Christine George, magna cum laude. Brayley Hope Givens, magna cum laude. Natalie John Hamill, magna cum laude. Shane Nicholas Handley, summa cum laude. Natasha Leanne Hughes, summa cum laude. Abigail Leanne Jacobs, magna cum laude. Sarah Marianne Johnson. Michaela Lee Kennedy, cum laude. Kimberly Rachel Maples. Savannah Elise Mead, cum laude. Molly Emma Muncie, magna cum laude. Sarah Ashley Norman, cum laude. Emily Christina Pooler, summa cum laude. Okay. Katie Scarlett Shishko, magna cum laude. Jessica Tyler Stroud, summa cum laude. Katie Ann Tony, summa cum laude. Miranda Kaylee Vanover, magna cum laude. Aubrey Renee Vitito. Alexis Cameron Wade, summa cum laude. Kenneth James Warren. Bailey Alexander Whited. Receiving the Associate of Science in Middle College from Roane County, Ashlyn Taylor Blackburn, summa cum laude. Dakota Lee Harris, magna cum laude. Julianne Shea Hopper, magna cum laude. Seth Lucas Hunter. Jarrett Noah McGill, cum laude. Sorry. Caitlin Ann Pellucci, cum laude. John Michael Pillar, cum laude. Dalton Wayne Quigley. Logan Andrew Roberts. Nicholas Parker Staggs. Jonathan Van Derrick Watson. William Robert Westrich, magna cum laude. Dre Deshawn Ziegler, magna cum laude. Sabrina Green. Nina Menzel. Anna Judith Josephine Munoz Boncamp. I think it was Bon Grand.
Now, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, for the first official time, would you please join me in congratulating Roane State's graduating class of 2017. Of course, we cannot end this morning without recognizing that each student has achieved a significant milestone in their life. But as with any accomplishment, they have not done this alone. And perhaps most importantly, I expect that none of these graduates who have received their degrees and certificates today have done so without the support of their family and friends. So at this time, if you have played any role as a family member, as a friend, if you've offered a word of encouragement, if you've helped in any way to make it possible for these students to become our graduating class of 2017, we would like to honor you by asking you in the audience to please stand. Graduates, would you please join me in thanking all of your family members and all those who have supported you to get this place to this point in your life? Our faculty have challenged our graduates and helped make it possible for them to learn and to expand their educational horizons. So, graduates, now would you please join me in thanking your faculty members? Okay. One more thing. Need all the graduating class. Get up on your feet. Got a little tradition that actually, I guess in this ceremony, it's actually technically not the first, but as a group, it will be the first. I get President's privilege to take the first selfie with the graduating class. Thank you. You may be seated. I want to thank our faculty and staff who have worked so hard to make this morning possible, particularly our graduation committee, so ably chaired by Dean Catherine Rhodes back there in the back. Dean Rhodes, thank you so much for all that you do. A round of applause, please, for Dean Rhodes and our committee. Congratulations to our graduates. This concludes our ceremony. Refreshments are being served in the student lounge that way and downstairs. Please stand now as the stage party, faculty, and graduates exit the floor. Have a super day.
semi-successful.